I'm Sarah, and I am a senior theater and history double major with a minor in Jewish studies. And I'm interested in Jewish studies because there's just so much of a tradition and of a culture. I've always had a really strong interest in the Holocaust and in Holocaust studies, and I knew Elon had one of the top professors for that, Dr. David Crow. Just through my interest in the Holocaust, I've wanted to learn more about the just cultures and traditions of Judaism.
Judaism was always an intrinsic part of my identity, and I'd grown up in a predominantly Jewish community. And so before coming to Elon, I was never asked why I did certain things or why I practiced certain traditions. And so my experience in the Jewish Studies department really gave me the words to be able to articulate why I observe the way I do. And so that was very interesting for me, because when my friends had questioned me why I did certain things in regards to the holidays, I was unsure how to answer them. And so it also provoked me to study my own religion to understand myself a little bit better.
Well, Haifa is a great place for Elon students. It's not too big. It's a very close-knit community. The professors and teachers there really get to know you just like Elon, so I really recommend people to go study there. And it's also a great mix of students from around the world, but you also get to live in the dorms with students from Haifa, and the students in that community are not just Jewish Israelis, but you have a lot of Arab Israelis and Druze, so you get a full experience of what the Israeli experience is like. As an international studies major with a focus in the Middle East, I've been able to use Israel as my country of focus. So I've taken my experience from study abroad, and while I was there, I was able to learn a lot about media and media perceptions, so I brought a lot of that back with me. And being at Elon, I've looked into how foreign countries view Israel from afar and how that influences people's views on traveling to Israel, how Israel itself is affected by other people's views and on the media, how that affects their own policy making in the U.S.-Israel relationship.
I'm working at the Greensboro Jewish Federation this semester, and they understood that I had a special interest in Holocaust studies and really let me take ownership of the project to develop a Holocaust resource center online so that local educators can find resources and lesson plans about how to incorporate Holocaust studies into their literature or social studies courses. And so I had the privilege of looking at other Holocaust resource centers that were available online and kind of curating information that would be of interest to the students in the local counties.